Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Terratech with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to our base, now a little bit closer to the grasslands, and our lovely turrets, now with mortars and extra space for an extra battery, although they don't currently have that. In today's video, it's all going to be about making money, and making it in a slightly different way than the last season. In the last season, we simply used our auto miners to drain these lovely naturally occurring resources, and we will still be doing that, but the difference is, instead of having them sold at location, which is definitely the easier option, once again we're going to go down the more inefficient route, and we're going to have it sold at the main base, which means we're going to need to use droppers and collectors, and hopefully it will look very, very interesting. Yeah, let's say interesting. But the goal today, really, is to make at least 1 million block bucks. Because I like money, and I need to buy some of the basic stuff. Now, I am trying to craft as much as possible. That's why I'm not currently doing a lot of the missions, because as soon as we get to max level, we will get the payload terminal, which means we can purchase pretty much anything we unlock simply once. So have you unlocked it once? If yes, then go ahead and purchase it forever as long as you have the money. I'm trying to avoid that temptation, so for now, we're pretending that missions don't exist. Don't worry though, I'm sure later on they will go back to being used. Now, cut to a good minute later, and I'm already setting up all of these. So, like I was trying to say in that last clip, but being a little bit distracted, the only things I wish to purchase at the moment are the unlimited items from regular trade stations. This means the regular blocks, the single and double block, I believe, and the conveyor. I'm not sure if there are other blocks which you can purchase at an unlimited amount, but those are the two I will allow myself to purchase because honestly, they are just so boring if you try to make loads of them. If we go over here, we can actually have a quick look-see. As you can see, I've been making a load of these today. And yeah, it's just wood and plumbite. Loads of it. It's just getting the same, really easy to get resources over and over again. It's not fun, it's not anything new, and I get very bored of it very quickly. Anyway, now we have this set up, we have all these lovely auto miners working, and by the way, since people tend to ask, the pacemaker, which apparently I don't actually have one spare to show you, does not work with the auto miner, which is a shame. But now though, we need to set this up. So, oh no, not in idle, defend, thank you. Actually, would idle be less laggy since it's trying to follow me? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Right now, let's do this. So first of all, I'm going to choose an anchored AI, because I kind of want this to have guns in a little while. Actually, no. Maybe we can give it a solar panel instead, as the anchor point. So the idea is, this needs to collect all of those lovely bits of money we're throwing everywhere. So, let's just do this. And I'm just going to use the thimble collectors because I have absolutely loads of them. Now, the most efficient way to do this would just be to put a refinery down right here, and that would definitely work. But since we're not doing it for sheer efficiency, I'm not going to be doing that. Now, where is the thimble collector? It's over here. I have 13 of them, so yeah, another reason to use it. There we go. And there we have it, nice and simple. So this is the basic prototype sorted. So it drops there, gets collected, moves along, goes to the next dropper, gets collected, and then goes into the main system, in which it goes absolutely everywhere. And whilst I'm talking about that, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who helped out talking about different ways of doing things with the base. It was really helpful reading the comments, so thank you so much for all of that. Overall though, I am still very happy with the base, and I think I will be leaving it mostly the same, although next time I now have a really good idea of how to make this far more compact. I think this first build sort of needed to be like this, a bit more ramshackle, more open, so I could see how each of the components interacted with each other, and now it seems to work flawlessly. Although it's very inefficient when it comes to the overflow, I do sort of love this. I sort of love seeing them go all the way around before finally being sold, and I've just realised I've already made almost 50,000 block bucks. That is amazing. So then, what to do next? Well, I do need some more pacemakers. I think adding some pacemakers to these would make things easier, but now I'm looking at it as it is. Yeah, right now the conveyors are actually faster than the miners anyway, so is there any real point? Also, apparently something died and dropped a shield and a repair bubble. That's pretty nice, considering all of my defense turrets do need both of those, so thank you very much for that. Also, you're fighting something in the distance. So for now then, what do I need next? Well, I need more of the auto miners. That's the first thing I need. I need, let's see. Obviously I can just grab a cab off the things I've already spent. Thankfully with these, although I do have a cab spawning on both the turrets and the auto miners, because it makes placing them easier if something goes wrong, I can instantly take control of them, you can always just grab the cab afterwards. If you were wondering why they do have a cab, it's so I can go, oh, actually I've misplaced you. Ta-da, now you're in a different place. Pretty much because of that. But either way though, definitely going to need way more auto miners. Thankfully, when it comes to conveyors, we can purchase loads of them now, since they are under 100 each. Still, today's goal is just to get 1 million block bucks. That's it. Simple goal, simple video. So it turns out I can make one more of the auto miner sections, and that's it. So I do need a load more yellow crystals and plumbia to make more of the auto miners. And over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, so we're going to need 8 times 4 of the auto miners. That is 32 auto miners we need. That's kind of ridiculous. So let's try and get as much yellow resource as possible. Now, I really am considering putting this wheel lower at the back, the new Muddy Dog wheel, which doesn't seem that much better than those, but still, a little bit lower, just so we tilt downwards. How bad would that be for a quick change? Because I don't really want to redesign the harvester today. It definitely does need a redesign, but not today. Today is money, as we can see through the Earth. Or whatever planet we're actually on. Yeah, that's better. But now some of the wheels aren't actually connecting, so my control is far more sluggish. Definitely better at collecting the crystals, though. Maybe for now. Maybe for now. About 50 of the crystals have been collected fairly quickly, and now I need some plumbia, which I know can be found up here. I did see some earlier. I mean, to be fair, you can kind of find them everywhere. Oh my god, I completely forgot I put you guys down. Okay, this might be really satisfying. Yep, that was pretty awesome. Well, that's a lot of money, if nothing else. Not really... Oh, there you go, there's some plumbia over there. Not exactly what I was after, but still. I'm sorry, little fellow. Ooh, I need that mortar. Ooh, I need both of those mortars in that case. Behold the power of black hole technology. I'm just going to watch this guy. He's probably the largest attacker we've actually had in a while. Well, he tried. The good thing is, when the turrets are on the outside or just attacking, they do tend to focus on them. I am still concerned with builds like this, because if you look, that one single conveyor, if that gets destroyed, the whole thing falls down. That's why I'm trying to reinforce this section here, so now it at least has 2 layers, and then I'm tempted to connect this to here as well, although it would make getting through a bit more annoying. It's still an extra connection, so the whole thing doesn't collapse with one block being destroyed. This, on the other hand, is just vulnerable. That's why we need more turrets which can go further away, so that spawns like that just don't really happen. At least that's the idea I'm going with. The problem is, turrets do cause lag. Okay. Having more of them does cause a bit of a problem, and I'm trying to repair that conveyor by getting close enough, but I don't think it's going to happen. Ah, it did happen. Fantastic. And on the upside, because it does have a solar panel, we could just go repair bubble. But I don't want bubbles everywhere either, because that doesn't look good. It's not really a good option, in my opinion, for this. Another thing I'm very tempted to do is make a second base right here in the centre of this area. First of all, there's lots of things to mine, as you can see. But most importantly, we have these, and I've never took advantage of the steam geysers, because you can easily put down one of the, one of these steam-powered Geocorp blocks, can't think of the name right now, which generates power constantly as long as it's on top of one, and that would make the base nigh impossible to kill. because then even at night, it's getting power. Now, the only thing which stops me from doing this is this was true in the old days of Terratech, I don't know anymore, but the block would eventually respawn, even if it's being harvested, and then it would actually destroy or damage the steam power item, which then would of course damage the entire structure. All I could do... Oh, I know exactly what I want to do now instead. We could make the base here, not for resources, but a power station. So once I have the wireless chargers, link all the way back to the base, and that would be really cool, but once again, really laggy. The game's already starting to lose a few frames because of all the different techs. Really, I need the turrets to be stronger and larger, and I need the bases to be singles as well. Having loads of individual ones is definitely a problem. Considering how many conveyors we need for this horribly inefficient system, this is why I'm not crafting them. Money is being generated pretty much automatically, more mining equipment is being created, and our empire grows ever more. It's a good day. It's a very good day. Now the problem is, there is a lot of lag right now. In fact, it's getting to the point where I'm already considering making larger turrets already, which I really didn't want to do. I wanted loads of the smaller variant. So, I think I am going to have the other section there sell its own resources. I really do want it to be dropped here and dropped all the way, but the amount of lag it's causing, I think, is a bit too much. Also, the reason this all got backed up is because I accidentally reversed the conveyors, which keeps on happening. I wish it wasn't just right-click. Now, if I get close enough, he should chase me. And then go right into the turret. Hello! Look at me! I'm a bad guy! I'm destroying nature! Go on, speed in. Here, boy. No, this way. Well... At least his friend's there to help end his suffering. Ooh, wait, no, those things are expensive. Ooh, yes, now you come to me. Come on, that's it. Come on. There we go. Thank you, defense turrets. I'll take it from here. Did any of the expensive stuff... Oh, lots of the expensive stuff survived. Lovely. Well, all of that can make for a much better plane. Also, just regular lasers are really powerful when used on those defense turrets, especially during the day, when they have unlimited power. On the upside, if we do use that place to sell its own resources, we do get to use this, the Geocorp Anchored Delivery Cannon, and we could use the Geocorp Refinery, something I've never actually used before, weirdly. The joy of having a plane. I've just quickly flew over here, and instantly... we have all the resource I needed. I've only just put down these miners, and they will continue to mine whilst I'm not here, and honestly, they should be completely safe, because enemies shouldn't spawn whilst I'm not here, so I can just fly on over and collect 2 of these thimble collectors worth at any given time. And of course, in the future, when I have a proper collector plane, well, we can do that even easier. Now, I'm never going to have a harvesting plane, a plane which can land and harvest the land itself. I have done that in a previous season, but that's not something I want. What I do want, and what it seems like a lot of people do want, is a cargo jet. So a proper plane which can hold loads of resources, and then simply go to an area like that, collect everything to be mined, and then go back to the main base. That's the future. Right now, it's our little back-heavy scout plane? Yeah, it's a scout plane, let's go with that. Now, the reason why I need this is because I need some more solar panels so I can put down some more turrets, or at least I can protect the new harvesting area, one of the two. Down we go. I do like this plane. Also, I do like it being back heavy and pitching upwards. It just makes flight so much easier, especially landing. At least in my opinion. Everyone will have different opinions there, I imagine. How many of the wheels did I make? 4. And now I'm out of plumbia, because these wheels cost 10 plumbia each. Now, I didn't want to use the larger silos, because I like the size of this. But I do think the larger silos are going to be needed once I can make them. Apparently I'm not actually the right level to make them anyway. But yeah, maybe I should use the larger silos, at least for some of the more commonly used stuff. There's the 4-pack, which is what we're using. Ah. I mean, I could just use more of the same silo, but that would kind of change how everything looks, which I don't want. Oh well, too bad, first world problems. You there, solar generators, I do want you. Eventually, I will make the wireless chargers. But now, I want as many as you can craft. Use up all of those crystals. It's like I'm herding this poor thing into the defense. That's me, guys! And... well, I'm glad everything was firing at that tiny little enemy. I mean, I don't know how else you could have possibly killed it. Also, this keeps getting backed up, it turns out, when I leave the area. You've got to be really close for these things to actually be working. It's kind of weird. Time for some minor alterations. You can go away. You can go away too, I'm afraid. You were fantastic wheels, but it is time for an upgrade. Can you please go into the correct position? Why can't you go down? Aha! Because of these little side wheels. I forgot about you. There we are. Now, let's see how this goes. A little bit more slidey than the old wheels. Faster, though. Faster and with a bit more grip. Yeah. Actually, no. Grip, I'm going to say, maybe not. Maybe that's just the bonus speed. It's more slidey, yet with more grip. Don't know how it's possible, but still. Now then, let's get to work putting down our stuff here. Shouldn't take long. As soon as I go to the correct section. There we are. You see that in the background? That is why we need either railguns or missiles. Now, I don't want to use Hawkeye that much in this run. But the thing is, and the biggest problem is just that. Constantly, enemies are out of range of the normal weapons, but we can't reach them. I'm hoping maybe some of the later weapons for GSO or Venture maybe have enough range, but I know for a fact that the railguns and the missiles from Hawkeye definitely do. Okay, we almost have all these, we just need 3 more, and by the looks of things, yeah, I am out of those. So for now then, let's just put down our sales stuff and our self-defense. That can go here, no need to put it too far away. Maybe here though, a little bit further away so it's separate. Yeah, sure, that seems reasonable to me. Then we can use this. Other way around would be great. A slight change here, so now they have to be refined. And there we go! Sale is officially starting. Whoa, that looks cool. Okay, do kind of love that sales turret. That is really cool. Now, to continue our conveyor lines. So, I need to go over here. If I put a thimble collector here, they should collect from all 3 of these, which will be nice and easy. I have done a little bit of reinforcement on the main section there, but that's not all that much. Also, apparently, we do need to go a little bit higher up, which is very annoying. But once again, not a huge deal. Now, will that actually work? That's my question. Yes, it will. Doesn't look like it should, honestly, but... okay, that definitely won't, but this will. Well, that is hideous. Doesn't really matter all that much, though. Just using the filters as an easy way to ensure the thimbles actually do transfer the items. Don't worry about that. There we go. This definitely needs a pacemaker, though. There's just too many collecting. Yeah, far too many. Now, that should work for this one. We'll see if it can reach these after the overflow's dealt with. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Also, you need to move for a second. Thank you. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be absolutely fine. Just bought a load more of the regular blocks, and it's now becoming the next dawn, and something occurs to me. All of the frame rate loss and everything else goes away when you're not near a base. On top of this, enemies don't spawn. As you can see, I just had a huge spike of lag because I'm getting close, and as you can see, everything's now pouring out to try and catch up with what it perceived it should have been doing while I was gone. That's why now I think sort of backs up a little bit. So what we could do is craft a more standardized selling base, which is all heavily defended and fortified, and then put down bases absolutely everywhere. Then occasionally just fly to them. Nice and simple. I think that would actually be most likely the easiest and one of the safest ways to make a lot of money. I definitely stand by what I just said. There are no enemies nearby at all, so we could easily make just loads of these locations. Maybe next episode that'll be the goal, to make a standardized selling base. We just have to hook up the auto miners to. That would not be difficult. It really wouldn't. I am tempted to leave the cabs in the turrets. This means we can use them as a fast travel system, as Sunday made recently, but I don't like doing that much. First of all, I've seen so many glitches occur when I've done that in the past, but also I think it loses the point of making things like flyers and such, because it is so easy just to make a stick with a cab on and a little bit of protection, maybe some shields, and then you're pretty much good to go everywhere. But I want a cargo plane. Sorry, nature, but you're in the way of our capitalism. Lovely. And the last one was just made. There we are. Now we need some more plumbia, and we need some more of the blue ore. Then we can go off and start doing the same over there as well. Just increasing our income over and over and over again. Now, this is really difficult to place here, so I think 3 might be the best we get. Very likely. Very likely. Trying to move, yeah, I would say that's probably the best we're going to get. Also, we need a filter at the end here, as you can see, because that's getting all jammed up. Well, that time it was because the conveyor was the wrong way, but as you can see, this one here is now going to cause problems. So what we need is a filter just on the end there. I really have no more filters. Well, I'll get a filter, I'll put it there, so any refined chunks simply skip the refinery. Now we need more resources. So whilst I just make money passively, let's go. More testing of the new wheels, at least. And we get to do a bit of exploring, finally. I've been cooped up a bit today. So the trees have regrown. Have they caused any actual issues, is the question. Nature and capitalism, secretly best friends. Yep, seems fine. Seems completely fine. Oh, we aren't collecting some of these, though, around the edge. That's so little, though. I'm not even going to bother collecting them. Oh, yes, I am, because otherwise it's going to annoy me. I lied! Just need to send this down here. And then, because we're lazy, we'll just use the regular collectors. The receivers, in fact. Now happily on over 1 million block bucks, but we can do better! So, let's take out this area as well. I guess I should put the delivery cannon like here, so we collect all 4 of these and those 2, so it's 6 of them, and then we could expand to that one as well if we so desire in the future. So, we don't have the cannon from Geocorp this time, but we do have the regular cannon, which will do just fine. Now, once again, have the refinery attached like so. Maybe the other way around, though, would be a little bit better. There we go. And then let's carry on. Pacemaker is on, and there we go. It's going to put the pacemaker here instead, though. So there's the first 4 going, and how many? I now have 8 of the auto miners, which means I can do 1 of these as well. And we are now on 1,250,000. Well, actually, we're above that, but that's a nice round number to talk about. So let's put these down and connect this up, and then this section is done. First of all, resources going down a zigzag pattern look really cool. Secondly, in the future, I think the easiest way to do something like this would just be to have a little saved base, which is just a refinery, a delivery cannon, and a couple of these thimble collectors, and that's it. And then just put them along with a 3 or 4 cluster in the middle of it, and then have that be done. Because doing this every time is going to get really silly and time consuming, but I think for this main area, I'm okay with that. I mean, next up, we're basically going to make a power station, so I'm okay with being a little bit silly. It's still weird making some of the more simple stuff like the refineries and the fabricators, but we definitely need them right now. I need some more refineries, some more of the delivery cannons, and some more of the other basic stuff. Now, we could get the Geocorp stuff instead, but for now, let's just stick with GSO. And in the future, we will have the Venture mobile cannons and stuff like that, so we can pick the more efficient ones if we so desire. But for now, it's all nice and simple. So, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. This is after taking all of this resource. And they're only single miners. I need to do something with this area, because I'm sure this is not helping out the lag. Just having more and more chunks everywhere. Plus, we have all the blocks everywhere as well, which we need to clean up. There's a lot we need to do around here now, especially since we now finished putting down, whoa, most of the harvesters. I don't know why I'm reversing all the way back. Just kind of am. Why can I never make it into that garage the first time? Let's try. Come on. Into the garage. There we are. Lovely. And with that, we are now mass-producing batteries. Although what I think I need to do is put this in here instead, so they don't get stuck on this as much. Or I could have this above the fabricators. That would probably work as well. And in fact, that would probably work better. 2 million block bucks, and with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video, and honestly, I was just sitting here waiting for the Plumbia to completely run out, and I just so happened to hit 2 million, but I think that's the perfect point to finish. In the next video, there's 2 things I'm tempted to do: either build the power station and get all of this powered via steam power, or we could go out and do some missions. We could try and level up our Venture and our Geocorp levels to try and get some more of their stuff. I would love the Geocorp Scrapper, for instance, because that would give us so many items so quickly. Well, it'd give us so many resources to make so many items. Either way, we would be getting a lot more items. Or we could just neaten the place up, but I think that's more of a side project. I do want to make the base look prettier, I want to make our defenses more uniform, and I need to clean the place up. There is so much left to do, and I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. I certainly have. And if you have, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Terratech is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.